to another episode of Raging Out in Clash. My name is Jen, and I'm here with SK.
Hello.
And what have we got for you today? Kind of doing a recap over the last 2 weeks because I
was getting jabbed last week. And
I actually got jabbed yesterday. Somebody poked me. So, going to be doing one today. We're going to be talking about how leagues went for us. There are some offers in the shop. We just got finished some events. The events were between clan games and leagues, so I guess that was before leagues. We have some
shop offers
as well, and we are going to talk about our wars because we have had some achievements that we've made as a clan the last couple wars, and we will talk a little bit about our experiment at the end. Mm-hmm. So where would you like to start? I think we should start with the events because we'll just kind of go in order as they happen. So the events that were on, there was a Super Archer event, a Valk event, and a Wizard event. Mm-hmm. I think, remember, one of the events was 10 attacks. The other two, I think, were 15.
Yes.
And I remember wasting a lot of gems because I hadn't requested enough Super Archers for my CC because I refused to unlock them. You were donating them to me. I remember wasting more gems to re-request my CC to get it done because you were going to sleep, and I wasted so many gems just for like 400 XP.
I was gonna say, why are you gemming your CC for like a potion?
Well, it was a potion and I think 15 gems and 400 experience, and I thought about it after it was done. I was just like, why did I do that?
And I'm like
it was 400 experience.
Jen says she's not competitive. That's utter BS.
No, not at all. Not at all.
But I did complete all the events. I did them actually quite quickly. I did them all in one go. And actually, it was quite easy. I can't remember what the rewards were, but it was more, I was just chuffed that, and then it wasn't such a slog. I knew that I should have unlocked Super Archers because it's harder for me to request Super Archers when our Town Hall 11 and our Town Hall 10 is in the other part of the world. So, we have to be on at the same time. So it's a little bit more difficult. I learned that from the other Super Troop events that have happened. So I unlocked the Super Archers. And I was all, naysayer and, oh great, let's just do them for the event and never use them again, what have you. But then I was starting to think about it, and I was like, well, you know what, I'm just going to play around a little bit. And actually, I could be convinced. I was trying to convince you because I was showing you my replays, and you were like, no, that's not a Town Hall 14, or the Town Hall's not active because it's being upgraded, so there's no poison bomb or what have you. And then I found one. I found like a proper Town Hall 14 level 5 poison bomb. Scatters were done, Infernals were done, and the Eagle was done. And I managed to restart with it, so it's with Super Archers. So I was quite impressed. I was like,
yep.
Because I wasn't expecting it to be an effective combination. Granted, you do need your heroes because I'm finding it's really hard without my heroes right now because they're upgrading. But it's still actually a viable troop to use because, their range is a lot longer than the Archer Queen. So, and the fact that, the whole Queen walk, you can snipe off defences and whatnot due to their the queen's, distance. That is even more so with super archers. And also because I think they added another level to the archer. So that's what motivated me to try them out, because my archer upgrade had just finished as well. So I think the extra level in the super archer has given them quite a bit of, well, I don't know because I never tried before they were upgraded, but they're quite chunky, as in first of all they're fat, like I've always complained about, but they're actually quite sturdy too. In that they can survive quite a few things. But the fact that the deadly things, their range compensates that, and the fact that they shoot multiple things. So it's been quite interesting to sort of play around with them. And have I managed to convince you that?
No, not at all.
But I showed you the replays, Jen.
I am not convinced. I mean, you know what I'm going to say. So.
I know. They're not a spammy troop. They're not.
They are. They're just as bad as witches. They do the same thing that witches do.
Anyway. So yes, I have done all events.
Yeah, I think there was a builder potion. There was definitely some wall rings.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I can't remember what the last one was.
And you did let me use my super archer army in some of the leagues.
Yeah. Because you were hitting Town Hall 12.
Oh, which I didn't fail.
No, you didn't. You 3-starred 2 town halls below you. Good.
But let's just be honest, right? I could have still failed massively.
You still could flop. You could fell flat on your face, but you didn't. So it was good. And then I think you hit a 13 after that. But I mean, you did show me the replay of the max 14, so.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like fully cannons done max, but he was like main bulky stuff max, and all the heroes were still there as well. So like that's a proper 14, not just a new, Town Hall 13 with a Town Hall 14 kind of shell.
Yep.
So. Yep. And every time I showed you a replay, right, you were like, oh, you got a good funnel. And I'm like, don't always sound so shocked.
It was just a lot of the times for all the new people that were joining as well who couldn't funnel to save their life. It was like, oh, you got a good funnel. Just to maybe, send them into the replay to watch.
Yeah, but it's just the way that you say it. It's like, you got a good funnel. I'm like, that never happens. Almost like, your wall record goes to Town Hall. But yeah, so you let me try some of that in leagues. And how did we do in leagues, Jen?
We sucked. I mean, we didn't suck.
We didn't suck.
We got demoted, but if you look at our star count compared to everybody else's star count, we were right with them. The only reason we got demoted is because we weren't getting the 10 extra stars for getting the win. And that's where the difference was between all of us, like between us and the other clan. Like our star, if you took away the 10 stars for every war win that they had, we were right in the middle. Yeah. Right in the middle of everybody.
We didn't suck because we weren't playing with a full roster after the first war. We went in. We were 11,
yeah.
We went in with a full roster, but, can't pick stupid, so apparently some people can't survive just the one war. So I mean, I think about round war number 2, we were down however many people. So from there, you still have to go through 5 more wars or 6 more wars with 3/4 or a third of your 2/3 of your roster, which is tough going. And based on what you said, in terms of star count, if we went in with a full roster of established members, we'd have done okay. So, but I mean, it's something that I've said to you before. For me, it's just rough after, the second war where you know that you don't have a full complement. It becomes a bit more of a drag than it normally is. But, it's what happens. Your clan sort of goes up and down, like you said. And for all that Supercell says about, you don't have to participate because, if you don't like it, because you don't lose out on anything. I've already said you do lose out on it because that's the only place that you can gain medals to spend in the shop, right? And if, let's say, you're, free to play or whatever, short of you spending all your gems on it, that's the only place that you can, have any amount of control to buy builder potions, to buy hammers. In fact, that is the only place to buy a hammer. You can't even gem a hammer, You'd have to gem, the resource and then gem the time.
Yeah.
So, I don't agree with Supercell's statement that, if you don't like it, there's always regular rewards for you and you don't miss out. So...
Yeah, you definitely do.
So, we do participate in leagues, but I am hopeful that, subsequent leagues will work our way back up. I mean, I think, we bounce around from gold to crystal to gold to crystal, it just depends on our competition. So, but we did win one war.
Yeah, we did win the last war.
So,
quite a few, actually.
Did we? I don't know. I was asleep.
Like they had, I think, 3 people in war that had 0 attacks for the season, so we kind of figured that they weren't going to attack. And then they had one guy that left as well, so they were kind of in the same boat that we were in that they were down quite a few attacks, and we smushed them and got 1 extra batch of medals, which was nice.
See, and I couldn't even check, right? Because I was asleep, because leagues ended quite late for me, and there's no log. It only tells you, I can't even remember what it tells you now. You're demoted or what your position was. But I knew that our position was 6. I just didn't know whether we won the last war or not, because you can't actually see. Whether so.
I wish that they would allow you to go back into it like the warlock, like the regular warlock.
Yeah.
I don't like just shows that we get demoted. I don't like that Clan Warlog is the one that pops up first. It's just...
Yeah. I agree with all those sentences. I think it must be, I don't know why they don't show, why you aren't allowed to go back in and see some of the matches. I don't know if it's a prevent spying, prevent cheating, or whether it's a takes too much room in the server or something like that to store all of those.
Yeah, maybe that.
I don't know, but I agree. It would be nice to be able to scroll back, particularly when you're like in that example of I don't know if we won the last war or not. So I don't even know what the score was.
I can't even remember.
So, yeah. So we got demoted, and that's fine. I'm just glad it's done for a month.
There Everybody except for one person ended up getting 8 stars. So the max that everybody is able to get. And I mean,
and that's our goal, isn't it? And that's our goal.
We were running 3 Town Hall 7s. The Town Hall 7 actually turned to Town Hall 8 in the middle of the league. And we had a couple Town Hall 8s as well. So, I mean, you know, we were running those, and for them to be able to get their 8 stars was kind of important. I felt bad for the Town Hall 8. I kind of I was outside my head or whatever. I for whatever reason, thought that he needed 2 stars on the base that I gave him, and he only needed 1, so he might have actually gotten his 8 had I not, you know, given him a different base or whatnot. But anyway, you had given your batch of medals to him, so he was very appreciative of that. And
yeah, I mean, it did, like you said, first of all, it's an achievement that he made it to the end. You know, at the rate that we're going through members. But also, you know, it's that whole clan, we win or lose or what have you as a clan, and he contributed his fair share. So it seemed like the right thing to do. That, you know, that one more win that we had, he should, you know, benefit from it so that nobody's disadvantaged. What I couldn't figure out was, and maybe you can remind me, because I was thinking about this prior to telling you that you should give that batch of medals to him, was, is a batch the same as getting a star?
no.
Does he get more or less medals? So if he got 8 medals, 8 stars, the amount of medals that he got for 8 stars, is that the difference from 7 to 8 stars? The difference in medals is that this, you know, how much is that versus
the batch is more.
The batch. Okay, and that's fair, I guess. And he does need it because he's turned Town Hall 8 anyway. So it seemed, you know, like he would benefit from it the most as well.
It was like you said. I mean, he started as a Town Hall 7, having never been in leagues with us. He was hitting 2 Town Halls up. Even, you know, we sent out the rules of play. He asked, well, how do I hit this base? I said, you know, we can help you and whatnot. I said, you know, maybe if you just wait, you know, a couple hours. Our other Town Hall 7s usually, like, they know they got to hit early, so you could probably just watch, see how they do it. And he did really well, adjusting to, you know, attacking with, you know, sniping bases and whatnot when you're not used to doing that, having to do that more and stuff. So it was a good choice.
Good. And also, and it amazes me how hard it is for people to understand when you tell them. But he understood that there's a difference between regular wars and leagues where you're horrendously outmatched. He knew the difference of, okay, I'm horrendously outmatched and I'm hitting way above my Town Hall. What am I trying to do here? I'm trying to get a star, 2 stars, what have you, and not go in with, like, trying to get 3 star with your hog army. You know, he knew the differences and the weaknesses of certain armies, right? And that is, you know, why certain people didn't get any stars before they were kicked, was they were going in, you know, Town Hall 8s were hitting Town Hall 11s with their hog army. And that's
stupid.
You know, without any kind of, it was rough.
Yep.
So that's leagues. And now we're back into regular wars. Hurrah! Although everyone now has their heroes down again. So this always happens, that everyone's like, okay, now we put heroes down. So it's a lowers war that we've been doing. The
Town Hall 7.
Yep. First one after leagues, and we won. We have won?
Yeah.
Has it ended?
We got a perfect war. It's not done yet. There's 48 minutes left, but it will be our 4th win in a row, and it is also our 650th war win.
I know that's a lot, and we say this every time we talk about our war wins, but that's a lot of wars. Considering a war, and that's the only war wins, not a number of wars played, but that's a lot of wars we've won.
That is.
Just the number is quite big. I mean, it's not as big as obviously there's clans out there with a bajillion war wins, but I think you and I should feel quite proud that 650 is
absolutely. It's like I sent out a mail, just congrats everyone on the win, and 650, and it's our win ratio is 3-1, and that's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean,
we're definitely winning more wars than we're losing.
The last 2 wars that we did lose was due to percentage. It wasn't due to star. That always happens to us. we never outright, get smushed. We always get pipped to the post, I guess. And I don't know which one I think I prefer. But yeah, 3-1 is that's nice. And I think we're about to bump another one out, another red in the next couple of wars, I think.
Yeah.
So it's good. Although our losses have been quite recent, so it'll be a while before we get a full green. But so 650 war wins and a level up to 19 clan.
I think it was in the middle of leagues. I think it was the 4th war in leagues. Mm-hmm. It was kind of a shock because I hadn't been looking at it. I was kind of paying more attention to the little clan, and kind of just this one fell under the radar. And
aren't you glad that I hit number 1 space and not, to get that XP? That extra 1 XP. After you gave me grief for, hitting low.
Yeah.
Well, I was going for sure 3 stars. I was going for stars, Jen, not loot. Mm-hmm. So I helped.
Yeah, 2 big events in the clan. The clan level up and 650 war wins, which usually means promotion for us.
Yeah. So you and I have been in discussion, and we will be discussing with the other co-leaders who we think, people would like to nominate, and because our promotions are done by voting. I mean, the ones that you've suggested, I would be gobsmacked if anyone said no. So, and I think, when you think about the 650 war wins in the level 19 clan, I think that is a big achievement for us as a clan, because we're not a clan that does 50-50 wars. Yeah. We don't get all that XP because we like the smaller wars, and we target.
It's not that we like them. It's not that we like them. It's because we never have enough people to do big wars.
And I'll explain why I said that, because you and I get quite nervous when we try to do 30s, which we, or 25s. Sometimes we get on good recruiting sprees and we're like, do we want to keep recruiting? Because then we're going to have to do a 25. You and I get quite nervous about that.
I just looked. We actually don't have any 25s in the war log anymore. I can't even remember the last time we had a 30. I don't even know if we have had a 30, and we only have 120v20 in the war log.
See, so they're quite stressful, and it's not that we are purposely avoiding it, but we're not actively pursuing it at the same time. Because we as a clan have a certain mentality, or we share the same goals, and that narrows the pot of people that are successful in our clan, right? And that's something that we as a clan accept. We're not gonna be able to have those larger wars short of recruiting. I'm finding that needle in the haystack. So getting 650 war wins and reaching level 19 clan is quite a big thing for us, because we've been very much a turtle in this race, but we're getting there. A lot of people come in and it's like, how do you have all those war wins and you're only level 19? And we're like, look at the size of our wars.
It's obvious. You obviously get more XP when you win. You get that extra 50 for winning the war.
Yeah, but it's only 50.
Yeah, but it's obvious. I mean, it adds up quite quickly. Well, not quick enough, but I mean, it does add up. And I mean, it just goes to show that, the green war log that we have, or mostly green, is, it shows in the clan level how, we do the small, and that's, how we're able to do the smaller wars, because
it substitutes for the number of people, but I think when you do 50-50 wars, the amount of XP you get is huge. As in, there's a big jump between doing smaller 10-15 wars versus doing 50 wars. They do a 50 war and they win. That's like us grinding for like, I don't know, a month or something. I haven't done the maths, but there is a significance to the sheer number of size, and that also, if we were ever to get to that state, you and I will be on Advil or something.
We never will. I can say that with absolute certainty. We never will.
But we have before, until you got the war general hat.
I can almost guarantee that we will never have a 35 versus 35 war.
Don't throw down that challenge, Shane.
I can.
You've said it now. So 5 years later, when we're still, old and grey, and we're still playing this darn game, I'm going to say, 5 years ago, you said. Because...
And I'm going to say, remember 5 years ago when I guaranteed that we would never have a 35 versus 35? Look at us now. We're still only having 5s and 10s.
We haven't done a 5 in a long while.
No, it's been a while. Yeah.
So, I think that is because, also another part of that is because there's a natural lifespan to people playing this game, and it's not a bad thing, people just, life happens, or, they don't want to play anymore, and there's nothing you can do about it. And that combined with that niche pot of people that we're trying to target makes it more difficult. But we'll see in 5 years, Jen.
Yes, we will. Yes, we will. Okay. Sneak peeks. I hear there are sneak peeks. You wouldn't let me watch them before, so let's go to the news. Sneak peeks. New Town Hall 14 levels incoming. Oh boy. Summer is here, and you know what that means. The Clash of Clans June update, of course. To kick off our preview of the June update, we're going to dive right in, starting with new building and troop levels for Town Hall 14. That's right. It's time to buff those defenses and strengthen those troops, because we've got some upgrades coming. So the new building levels, Archer Towers go up 1 level, Wizard Towers go up 1 level, Air Defenses go up 1 level, and the Barracks goes up 1 level. Why?
Okay, so...
Why does the Barracks go up 1 level?
So...
Is there a new group?
So, okay, and you're reading this off the in-game sort of announcement news thing, right? What I will say, though, is this highlights why I am slightly disappointed that they're not keeping the forums going. Because even if you looked on Twitter or in this game and whatnot, right, you cannot see in great detail, unless, I don't know, you've got a massive iPad or something like that, the new designs, right? So if you go to the forum, they actually have proper, good resolution pictures of the new levels, right? So if you look at that, first of all,
the dragon. Ooh.
Yeah, and that's what I'm like. The dragon looks pretty cool, but first of all, you haven't talked about that yet. You're talking about the building levels, Jen. Stop looking ahead.
You made me go look at the picture.
Stop looking ahead.
You made me look at the picture.
Okay, focus, Jen. Focus. So new building levels. Okay. So obviously, are you on the forums? Cause
I'm not.
So, I think everyone knew that there were going to be new buildings, big new building levels coming, because I think a lot of the content creators had shown videos and they had those things there already, so it wasn't a big surprise. But what do you think of how they look? And we'll talk about the barrack in a minute, but the other ones, how do you think they look?
I like the green. I like that it's more green than the gold, because I don't really like the walls for Town Hall 14. I do like the green. I like how I like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like them all. Yeah, look
good. My initial thoughts are they look quite nice. The air defense, as in, I was quite interested in how the air defense was going to look, because when you think about how they look as, from a level 1 all the way up to level 12. The level 1 is like a little tiny pea shooter. It looks like something else that we shan't name. But as it gets upgraded, right, it gets chunkier. This is not a good route for this conversation to go down. But anyway, if you look at the Town Hall, the level 11 air defense, it's already quite massive and substantial, right? Like it looks, and I'm like, are they gonna add like a 5th kind of rocket in there or what have you? So I was quite interested to see what it was gonna look like, and I quite like the whole black and yellow.
Imagine adding another rocket and having the air defense fire 2 shots.
Yeah. Well, that wasn't what I was saying, but I meant the design of it. It looks like they try and cram as many rockets in there, kind of thing, because, you're upgrading them. But I like the black and yellow of it, very much like a, poison, like a wasp kind of thing. I like that it's striped. I think, I'm trying to remember what the current one looks like now. Yes, so it's more black than yellow, whereas the other one is more yellow than black. Mm-hmm. So it does look more deadly, is what is in essence what I'm trying to say. Okay, so
why? Okay, so new trap levels, giant bomb gets up 1, and regular air bomb go up 1.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
50 more level 15 wall segments in the June update. Town Hall 14 players will have the ability to upgrade.
Wait. That air bomb, is that a black one or a red one?
The red one.
The red one, okay.
Seeking air mine is the black one.
I don't know. I just need to know what colour, because there's no colour. There's actually no picture for that.
No.
And the giant bomb, okay. I'll talk about my thoughts on the overall update in a minute. But okay, so that's the new trap levels.
And then new troop levels, Dragon's getting a level, Balloon is getting a level, and Electro Dragon is getting a level. Which means no new troops, so why the hell is the barracks getting upgraded?
Oh, just wait. What do you think? The new troops? What do you think of the new design? You're still on the phone.
I like the look of the dragon. I like the look of the loon. The E-Drag doesn't look like a chicken.
Are you on the game or are you on the forum? Because there's a better picture on the forum.
Oh, I probably not.
I like the new looks of them. The I don't even know how that balloon sort of flies with all the green metal spikes on its balloon. Those must be a ton. But it's nice that they've continued that theme of the green gold element of it.
Mhm.
And then the dragon again is getting that. It sort of does have a greenish hue to it, I think, on its back. I think maybe it could just be my phone. I do like the look of them.
Number 1. That's why. Okay.
Was it?
Sorry, I interrupted you. It's only sneak peek number 1. That's why, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's still coming. Okay.
Okay, so the thing I don't like is the electro dragon. What's different about it is it has like a necklace or something, right? But I don't like it because it looks like it's now been tamed or something. Like it looks like a pet with a collar on it, or it looks like it's been imprisoned and that's some sort of shocking necklace. Not necklace, but what do you call those things? Collars. To sort of, rein in your electro dragon kind of thing. So I don't particularly care for that upgrade look. I think they look less aggressive and more like they're being controlled. What are you looking at? Why are you making funny faces?
At the top of the barracks.
You're going on, are you? You're moving back to the barracks now. Okay, fine. Just ignore what I'm saying.
I'm not.
You're so impatient, Jen.
No, because you're talking about this electro dragon, and I'm looking at its jaw, and it's like it's got the hinge whatever on it with the collar, and I'm like, is that what's on top of the barracks? But it's not.
So are you looking at the game? Because like I said, on the forum there's a better picture, and I want you to look at the forum.
I'm looking on the forums now, and I'm saying the electro dragon, how it's got that thing around its neck, but it looks like the jaw is like, it's the jaw of the electro dragon is definitely a different color. That looks like what's on top of the barracks.
Mm-hmm. I don't think it's another dragon, to be fair, because remember last time all the jit that Supercell got when the electro dragon came out, and they were like, oh, more dragons could be more inventive, and all that stuff happened, right? And so I don't think it's going to be another dragon, but the fact... So I'm going to ask an obvious question, but do you think it's an air troop or a ground troop?
I think it's a ground troop.
A ground troop. But why?
I think that the meta is still very much air, and especially like with these loon upgrades, oh my goodness. I think it's ground troop. I think it needs to be a ground troop.
But when you look at the barrack, look at the top of the barrack, right? And there is a windsock on that barrack.
Yeah, probably air. Damn it.
But it might not be, because maybe it's something that fights. See, what do you think it could be? What is the windsock significance? and because why is there two sort of view? The barracks doesn't change, right? The barracks doesn't change, but this looks like an animation where, unless there's two levels, but
I was just what if it's a hybrid troop that can also be changed from ground to air?
Ooh, and then you know what it's set at depending on what barracks look like.
And that's the significance of the flag or the windsock. If it's down, it's on ground. If it's up and flying, it's an air troop.
Oh, I like that. That's quite clever. That's interesting, because a little bit like the warden then.
Yeah.
But I mean, let's just be...
Because it doesn't make sense to have two different barracks like that, because none of the other barracks had any kind of animation where if you were cooking troops, whatever...
Yeah, it's like you would only see like the doorway would be lit up or something.
You pointed out that windsock. That is absolutely what it is. It's a hybrid troop where you can switch it from ground to air. Absolutely.
Nice. Well, now watch us be wrong.
No, we're definitely not wrong. That is exactly what it is, because there is no reason for them to put two barracks like that. That's exactly what it is. Somebody probably said that in the forums, but I haven't read the forums. That came out of my brain.
Because I was like, it does look as though that the air is more beastly than the ground. Because why is the mouth open when the windsock is in flow? Right? So the air setting troop looks more exciting than the ground one. Even though it's the same troop, it just looks more intimidating because the mouth's open and it's got that yellow kind of thing. And is that... Because I was trying to think, when I saw it, I was like, why is there a windsock? Right? And wouldn't it be great if there was something like... And I was just trying to think, what could it signify? And I'm like, air sweeper. Right? Everyone hates the air sweeper when they're doing air. So wouldn't it be great if there was something that did something with the air sweeper? But there's only two, and that's your main sum. I was just thinking out there, but I like your one better. The fact that there's, a setting. See, we work it out together. Although you came up with it, but very good.
That's probably not what it is, but that's what it should be because of the sock.
And it looks like they've got little wee sort of rocket cannon bomb things at the bottom. Bullets of some sort. Right? Is that what I'm seeing? It's getting small now, but it does look like a sort of projectile-y thing.
Like cannon, yeah.
Well, I mean like a little... What's it called? Like a bomb? Like...
Cannonball?
No, so the thing on the right. The bottom.
Yeah, I'm looking at a cannon and a ball beside.
Is it a cannon with a ball? No, it looks solid.
It looks like a cannon to me, and that's why I would say like a hybrid troop that could be ground or air because it's got the cannon for ground and the windsock for air.
I don't know. That thing over there looks like that's how it attacks.
Oh, maybe.
What's the thing I'm thinking of? It looks like when, it looks a little bit, and it's because my eyes are going funny, because it's so small and you can't zoom in anymore, but it looks a little bit like, those aeroplanes in World War and then they drop the atom bomb kind of thing. Looks like one of those Acme bombs.
Okay.
To me, but it's probably not. But I do really like that whole, if there's a troop that you can set a setting to, that would be interesting.
It would.
Crap. I'm just thinking, oh no, I don't want a war anymore. Because if it is like that, the combinations, again, are just... you've added in pets, which we're still trying to figure out, and, we've added it. And now you're going to have troops that have different, and I think that if it is what it is, and you've got me all hyped up now, even though we're just guessing, kudos to Supercell for making that kind of, out-the-box thinking. Okay, so what do you think about this sneak peek?
I'm kind of excited. Okay, so they've started with the sneak peeks already. So does that mean by like Monday, Tuesday, we're having an update?
I don't think Monday, because they might probably Tuesday or Wednesday.
Like, holy heck! Like, I'm
Aye, that's my reaction too, and I think,
like, you just got Town Hall 14.
But okay, and again,
beginning of June already.
I think this is a well played by Supercell, because if you recall in previous updates, pre Town Hall 14, it would be like, short. Other than the fact that there used to be ages before you got new content that actually changed the game or what have you, whenever there was game-changing things, it was very, like, provided you saved up enough or you farmed enough, it was actually the time to get all that stuff done and sorted was actually very short, and then you just waited for the next update. Whereas I think Supercell have played it well now in that actually, I think you and I, that reaction is actually not that uncommon. Because short of you being a pro player or being, minted, a lot of us will still be like, holy crap, I've still got stuff to do. And they're giving us new stuff. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that is something that's been well done by Supercell. And that, oh no, man, I've got crap, a ton of stuff to do. Me particularly, I'm still working on traps, right? And I haven't let them know I haven't done any of my defenses, just traps. And that's what I've chosen to focus on. But I've not been slacking off. Granted, I've not been using Book of Buildings or using builder potions or using hammers only for my pets. But I've not been slacking off, but I've not been actively, let's just gem this, let's do this. I'm still on traps, Jen. I haven't done scatter shots. I haven't done Infernals, Eagle, Cannonball, the cannons, all of that stuff. So there's a crap ton of stuff. I would say that a lot because there is, right? And it's dawning on me slowly that there's a lot of content to get through, and I'm not, just from the last update, and I'm not actually really remotely close. And the fact that they're now giving us all the archer towers, of which there are bajillion archer towers in that base, as you know. And the wizard towers is an extra 4, is it? Or 5, I can't remember. And then air defense, there's a lot. And then there's 4 barracks. So...
I know. Don't worry. I keep thinking, oh my god, I'm almost done Town Hall 13. I'm quite impressed with how much I have, kept my builders going and whatnot. Because I still do want to be able to compete in Legends. I want to get up there. I want to be Town Hall 14. But just looking at all this crap, and it's just I'm never going to be up there because, not only is there all the new pets, like you said, there's just, you haven't even started on your freaking major defenses yet.
Yeah. And I think it is also in part because I think they had planned all this out, but I think they were delayed with the Town Hall 14 update. Remember, we were waiting for ages, is it going to drop? Is it going to drop? So I think they were slightly delayed. They must have pushed it back a bit. So we've actually had less time between the last update to now. And if they're trying to do it, quarterly, then, they're trying to catch up is what I think they're trying to do. They've already scheduled and put in the work for these things already because they were showing them in videos. But I think they had it ready to go in H2, but I think because of the delays in releasing Town Hall 14, we've actually not had a lot of time in between the updates. But yeah, that's a lot of stuff, Jen, so hurry up. Okay, I have another question. Do you think it's a Dark Elixir or do you think it's an Elixir troop?
Let me look at the regular barracks. It's a regular one. Because of the tower on the side and the tower on the side of the regular barracks and the bullseye and the gold card. If you look at it's a regular troop.
Okay. So that's good.
Yeah, I'm too.
You're what? Yeah. Very good. Okay, so what do you think of this first sneak peek? And
oh my goodness, I'm still at the point where, oh my goodness, there's going to be at least one more, possibly 2, and then another update. I'm not ready for another update. I'm not ready
either.
I know. So it's
I'm never gonna war.
Oh God.
I'm like, I don't think I should war because, like, look at all this stuff coming out. I cannot prepare for that. Just because of the amount of different routes to upgrading. I'm. There's a lot going on, and I'm like, oh, how's this gonna affect our wars? How are you gonna cover for me if we match with someone that has done all their archer towers?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a bit apprehensive about how it affects our wars. But yeah, do you like the sneak peek?
I do.
So
like I said, I'm at the point where it's just like, holy crap, I can't believe this is happening already.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me too. But have you read the end?
Something about rocketing.
Yeah. And that's tomorrow. So maybe
something to do with rockets.
Maybe that's that sort of Acme bomb that I see.
Maybe.
Yeah. So that's sneak peeks.
It's some kind of robotic troop that shoots rockets on the ground, like while he's walking on the ground. But you flip a switch and he goes on air and he does like a bomb drop on a building or something.
So it's almost like a robot. I feel like it. But okay, so the theme of Town Hall 14 is Aztec, that kind of stuff, jungle-y stuff, right? So is there anything that we can draw from there? I like the idea of not a robot, but like an old kind of, what's it called? It almost looks like a gargoyle, to be honest, if you ask me. It looks a little bit like a gargoyle. I know that doesn't link into the Aztec theme, but I've gone off on a tangent there. But yes, I am actually quite excited. I'm not excited because I'm anxious about our wars, but I think this has been a good sneak peek. Normally I'm a bit like, oh, here we go, here's for sneak peeks, and they drag it out and they stay, they drag it out, and not so much in the sheer time, but they, just all the stuff that comes is like filler until the last couple of sneak peeks, which is actually the main stuff. Whereas I think they've now caught on and actually done it well this time, in that we know that there's something coming, but we just don't know what yet.
Mm-hmm. See, it's unfortunate, like you said, that the forums are closing, because nowhere in the in-game notes does it mention anything about rocketing for tomorrow's sneak peek.
Yeah, and I guess it's to hype up your content creator, isn't it? Because you'd have to go to the content creator to actually see that level of detail of the pictures and of the new upgrades. Because like you go on Twitter and there's not that sort of, if you look at their Twitter page, they don't have those sort of pictures of what the thing looks like. And I'm sorry, but I don't have a massive tablet or a phone that I can see that amount of detail in terms, because it doesn't show you what they look like in the actual, upgrade news. So it's hard to see for me.
Mm-hmm. It looks like they're starting just people in the community. There's an unofficial forum for Discord.
Yeah, but I'm not inclined to be there, I feel. They might have announced it in the Discord, I don't know. But yeah, so I feel like, yeah, I do miss the forums for things like this. Okay, so that's about the sneak peek. Shop offers. Have you seen them? Are you going to buy them? Particularly with the update coming.
Not going to be buying any of them.
Well, I'm thinking there's the Build a Potion for 99 cents. Not cents, but, And then there's a Book of Heroes. And I'm like,
I'm kind of done my hero.
I know, but I've got
my
pets.
champ got my champ and my barbarian down right now. My champ will be max. My king will have one left, and there's a hero book at the end of the season, so I don't need to buy any.
True. But build Lucian.
All my medals are going to be going towards builder potions now anyway, because I don't need to spend them on heroes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, really, I don't need builder potions anymore, because the only reason I ever bought builder potions was because I was upgrading my heroes and didn't want to be out of war. But now that my heroes are done, I'm not going to need anything from that shop anymore. So all of my metal, like, I don't need builder potions anymore because I don't speed up my defense. It's just kind of a side effect as, speeding up my heroes. So I'm going to, like, from now on, every leagues is going to be saving medals for Town Hall 14 at the end of the year.
All right.
Snuck that in there.
Mm-hmm. We'll discuss that later, Jen. I mean, at this rate, I might need that help with all this stuff coming out. But you need to find your replacement. That's how it works.
Mm-hmm.
But I've got hero pets to do. So I need hero books. I might purchase it. And also, I'm going to have to start farming this weekend. Because if the update's going to drop next week, then... And I was thinking, I can take the weekend off. My heroes are down, I'm not in war.
If there's more hero levels coming or more pet levels coming?
They've already given you that, so... already. I doubt there'd be more until, like...
The fall they might.
Maybe, like, in winter or something. They're not going to do that just now, I don't think. And you didn't say that there's more wall levels. Did you?
Yes, I started to, but I jumped in.
Yeah, somebody couldn't wait. Somebody opened all the Christmas presents on Christmas Eve.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Uh-huh. So yeah, I have hero levels. I'm gonna have to start, like, because I was like, oh, my heroes are down, my storages are empty, I can take the weekend off because people don't tend to attack me because I don't have any loot. This is great. Right? But now I'm thinking I'm gonna have to start filling up those storages, and and I'm glad I haven't gemmed all my rewards. As in, I'm gonna need that book of building. I'm gonna need, I don't need the book of spells or whatever they always give you, because unless there's gonna be a spell, then crap, I just gemmed it. Damn it. But yeah, I'm like, I'll not collect the gold and spend it on the wall. I'm gonna need it for later, I'm thinking. So I've been trying. What are you smiling at? Are you smiling at the fact that don't even?
I was just checking because I was in there doing.
I know what you're laughing at. But why don't we wrap it up because of the reason that you're gonna explain.
Yeah, we can talk about our experiment next week. But we can quickly touch on it just because by then it might be the end of the experiment. Just that, we've got 4 more wars to go before we knock out the last non-perfect. We've got 1 more war in the war log that is 14 out of 15 stars. And we kind of discussed it as a clan and thought that, maybe we should try and get that one out as well. And you and I just kind of thought, we've been discussing it the last few weeks and whatnot, and thought maybe that would be a good place to end things with our experiment. Just because, when we started the experiment, we knew that Town Hall 14 was coming, but we weren't sure when it was coming out. So this was something kind of just to do in the meantime. And
yeah, I mean, we thought it would be good to, if we had our thoughts of, okay, let's see if we started it on the 1st of January, let's see where we are on the 31st of December, and that would be like, okay, this is how far you can get just playing free to play, naturally upgrading and whatnot. But I think we didn't, we weren't sure when the Town Hall 14 was going to drop and whatnot. So yeah, you were saying, Jen.
Yeah, I was saying that hopefully we'll be able to get that last one out, and that would be a good place for us to stop. Just because, like I said, I'll be max Town Hall 8 by then, and my kind of side experiment just to see how many builders it would take to max Town Hall 8, and keep it in sync with the lab, just to see when they finish at the same time. I'm at that point. I've got 2 defenses left, and my lab is finishing in a day and a half. And, summer's coming. I know that I'm going to be really busy. And we're definitely having fun. It's nice to be, relaxed, and, nobody needs looking after. The clan just kind of runs itself kind of thing. But I think that, after that 4th war, yeah, we can get that last one out. I think that would be a good place to end.
Yeah.
And how many people can say that they've got a perfect war log? That could be us at the end of those 4 wars, and I think that would be a perfect way to end the experiment.
Yeah, I think it's a nice way to end it, and yeah, it is. Yes, it's slightly easier to get because we're so small in terms of town halls. We're not doing Town Hall 14 or anything, but it took a lot of effort just because we have faced Town Hall 9s before, and our Town Hall 8s have crushed it. Not me, because I'm still Town Hall 7 and don't have poison or anything. I'm getting massacred. My hogs are getting massacred. When I'm hitting Town Hall 8s. Anyway, but yeah, no, so I do think it's a nice way to end it. But I think we should have an episode where we round it up and talk about how we felt, what we're thinking about, how it went. But you're getting distracted, so why don't you tell us why and why we need to go?
We need to go because before we started the episode, one of our other co's was online, and he was kind of handling all the new recruits, and you were like,
Don't blame me. Don't blame me.
You said, we should recruit for a little bit and keep him busy while we do the episode. Well, what was it, about 7 minutes ago? He said, I need help. It kind of overwhelmed him with the amount of people that we invited. So he's had a lot of people. Chat is the top of chat is 14 minutes ago. That's how many people have been coming in and him dealing with it. So 9 people online right now. We probably should go help him out before he pulls his hair out and whatnot. But yes, we will end the episode here, and next week, like I said, we will talk about our mini clan a little bit and kind of have a wrap up there. And we'll see what else the rest of the week brings. Sneak peeks, obviously, are going to be coming tomorrow and Sunday. And, the new update's going to hit, and we can talk about that.
I haven't given you a Can't Fix Stupid.
We can do a Can't Fix Stupid next week.
All right. No, there's a lot of stupid going on in those, wall of chat that I can see scrolling past. But yeah, so this is, I think it's good to see him having that effort. He did say, lay it on me. I'm stuck in bed, so I can cover. So just don't tell him it's because of us. But okay.
All right. So we will see everybody next week.
Bye.